Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week. An Abbotsford PD officer in the right when using force. A toxic water leak near a local prison. A weather monitoring station for a local First Nation. And KidSport Abbotsford, they're going to start a fundraiser. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. The province has purchased 36 hectares of undeveloped private property in the area of Sumas First Nation. It's called Lightning Rock, the site holding deep cultural and spiritual significance. Many of those buried at Lightning Rock were actually victims of smallpox epidemics in years past. Historians estimating that 80 to 90% of local First Nations people had died from those epidemics. Black press reporting that an Abbotsford police officer was found not guilty of assaulting a suspect during a 2021 arrest. Constable Christopher Conway was acquitted in provincial court. Now, en route to this call, officers were told that the suspect, Michael Croker, was using a 2x4 and a metal shovel to smash windows in a truck as well as a vehicle. He was also known for violence. The suspect was hit with what was called a less lethal shotgun round. This is made of a polymer materials designed to actually pancake or flatten on impact. The judge ruling, considering the circumstance, the officer did use proper discretion as well as tactics. The Office of the Public Sector Integrity Commission releasing a case report on the Correction Services Canada that they had committed wrongdoing and gross mismanagement when they failed to take timely and adequate action to locate and repair a leak at Matsqui Correctional Complex. This after allowing chemically treated water to leach into surrounding soil for over 4 years. Now, the complex itself is next to a major aquifer. Lac-Ouamelle Nation is receiving $100,000 for a weather station and water level sensors. Abbotsford Mission MLA Pamela X is saying people in Lac-Ouamelle First Nation will be better protected during flooding and extreme weather emergencies thanks to provincial climate adaptation funding for this local project. Through the Law Foundation of BC, the province has provided $3 million, which will be allocated to a number of organizations throughout BC. Some of the funding will also be used to hire specialized workers and fund projects in certain communities. This includes Abbotsford Restorative Justice and Advocacy Association. Abbey City Council approving 2 applications to the Union of BC Municipalities and their Community Emergency Preparedness Fund. This to cover Emergency Operations Center training and a technical assessment study of the Sumas River watershed. Now, this includes $19,000 to cover EOC training, another $150,000 for the technical assessment study of the Sumas River watershed itself. 12th Annual Fraser Valley Pride Celebration is coming up July 13th at Fraser River Heritage Park in Mission. This year's theme is Queer History. It's a free, family-friendly event featuring live music, speakers, drag performers, vendors, service providers, activities, food trucks, and a lot more. So do watch their social media for updates as they are rolling out the applications for the vendors, the performers, the sponsors, and you if you want to volunteer. And in business news, the parent company of all the Fraser Valley newspapers, including the Abbotsford News, has been sold. New ownership of Black Press by Canso, Dean's Knight, and Carpenter Media Group has emerged from creditor protection following the restructuring and the sale of the company. They do plan to keep the papers Canadian-controlled. Coming up, sports is next. abbyTV Sports, KidSport Abbotsford holding their first annual charity golf tournament. It's coming up Friday, June the 14th at Fraser Glen Golf Course. So you can join as a sponsor, as a participant, or both. KidSport Abbotsford provides grants to help cover the costs of registration fees so that all kids aged 18 and under in Abbotsford can play at least one season of sport. Ski resorts have taken it on the chin this season. The snowpack has been dreadful. Business was hit right on the bottom line. Manning Park, no different. And last week, Vern Schramm, the general manager of Manning Park Lodge, said last weekend was it for the 24 ski season. Meanwhile, Sasquatch Mountain Resort, they're still open for spring break, but they're not sure about what's going to happen after Easter. With UFV Golf, Eli Green shooting a 269 in both rounds of the 2024 Vikes Spring Shootout for men, finishing at 4 under to take the win at Cordova Bay in Victoria. Now with the women, Morgan Best posting a UFV best score with a round of 78 and another at 74 to finish 12 over and land on the podium in third place individually, also at Cordova Bay. Pacific Junior Hockey League Stonehouse Cup final between Richmond and Maple Ridge. It may go the distance. Ridge Meadows will be hosting a Game 6 of the championship series this coming Saturday at Cam Neely Arena. That was assured after Richmond tied the best of 7 at 2 games apiece with a 7-0 drubbing of the Flames. That was this past Monday night. Coming up, Cari with the Easter weather. abbyTV weekend weather, long weekend weather. So, Cari, is the Easter long weekend going to be a washout for the Easter Bunny?
Hello, Abbotsford. Hope everybody enjoyed the rainy week we had. This weekend, though, sun is coming back. It's going to be amazing. Temperatures up to around 16. Still kind of cold at night, though, down to around 3. Only chance of rain next week is Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, which fingers crossed that doesn't happen. This weekend is also Easter. Fun fact, Easter changes every year, or the date of it, because it falls on the different lunar cycles, or the spring equinox. So hopefully everybody has a great Easter weekend and a wonderful week ahead. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great long weekend. Don't eat too much Easter candy. I'm Don Lehn.